Hey all, George Assad, Cat Elf VTuber. This is just, I don't know how quick. Spur of the moment, whatnot. It's one I've been meaning to talk about. They're all the, especially comic books resources, CBR, and a few others who are massively devoted in defending the Acolyte. Now, if you like it, that's fine. Star Wars The Acolyte. If you don't like it, that's fine. There's things I like, there's things I don't like. One of the things that I really feel the need to speak out on is how bad the Jedi are, because they steal children, take them away from their families, and now throw them out if they're not, they don't become to their potential, or they're bad, or oh whoops, we made a mistake. Hey, look, the Jedi have a lot of faults. They're not perfect. There's a lot of gray in there. But nowhere in either Legends nor Canon does it say they disregard the parents' wishes. In fact, many of the books, both Legends and in Canon, it is specifically shown that if a parent says, no, I don't want my child to be trained as a Jedi, the Jedi would respect that. They might talk to the child. You could say, well, they talk to the child, they work the child up, they really get oh, I really want to do this. You could see that with Anakin, you could see that with May, or Osha rather, not May, Osha. And I could argue that point. They go to child, you're special, lots of other kids who with your abilities, yada, yada, yada. And really have the kids beg, please let me go become a Jedi. And there could be could have been a few bad seeds or gray seeds here and there who did that to the kids. But overall, the Jedi respected the parents. And this has been shown again and again and again and again and again in both Legends and in Disney canon, that if the parents ultimately said no and put their foot down, the Jedi would respect it. Now, in the novelization of Revenge of the Sith, we have Count Dooku's point of view that, the Jedi did respect the parents. They're not taking the kids, okay? We won't take the kids. However, the parents are not going to get away with that with the Sith. We're taking them, we're raising them a Sith, and we're going to conquer more of the galaxy with these new Sith acolytes. He wanted to go beyond, right? He wanted to break with Darth Bane and go back to what the Sith were before Bane. Says so in the book. Of course, that wasn't what Sidious's idea or plan was, but that was his plan. It was the Sith who stole the children despite what the parents said. From the parents, and we see that in Rebels. We even see that in the Clone Wars, where the dark sides is trying to get the documents of children who are raised by the parents who are forceps, but the parents said, yeah, we don't really want to have them as Jedi. We've seen in Rebels the Inquisitors trying to steal Force-sensitive children. So there's that. Now let me see. Okay. In fact, the 2019 book Jedi Fallen Order by Delilah S. Dawson explicitly states that the Jedi Order has a policy of respecting parents' wishes to decline their children's training. This book is part of the official Disney Star Wars canon, and it reinforces the idea that the Jedi value family bonds and parental decisions. Sorry, my mouth's not working. All right, that's Disney canon. So to say, well, they take the kids and then they against their families and take them away from their families, and what No, and a lot of these people seems to be interesting. A lot of them, a few men, but mainly a lot of women who say, "Oh no, oh this just shows how bad the Jedi were back in the day in the prequel days. They were breaking apart families, and that's where Anakin comes in." No, they weren't. If a parent said no, ultimately, and I think even Qui-Gon even hints with, "Well, it's not up to me. You know, you didn't talk to your mother." Again, you could push that Qui-Gon was trying to tear a draft between them, a bridge between them, a broken bridge. But again, we have to go by what your mom wants. And of course, Smee went out and said, "You know what? This is ultimately your decision at age 9. Now, the other thing that they're really hitting upon and jumping up and down on, and it's silly, is that throwing the Padawans out, throwing the not the younglings, but the young ones, if they're no good, if they just don't match up to the qualities of what they who are hoped for, and now they don't have their families. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't go back to their families. Now they can't go back. Now they don't have the Jedi, so they end up like Khmer. They end up like Osha, when that's not even canon. There is no canon instance where a youngling or Padawan is forcibly removed from the Jedi Order and left to tend for themselves, solely due to not being chosen as a Padawan nor passing the trials. In the Star Wars universe, younglings who are not chosen to become Padawans are typically reassigned to other roles within the Jedi Temple, or the Temple Guards, or the Galactic Republic, such as becoming a Jedi Sentinel or a member of the Jedi Service Corps. Sometimes they were sent to worlds to help with gardening, or to study relics, or help with political issues, even though they weren't technically Jedi. But they were still part of the Order, and nothing in canon has ever said that they were thrown out. Then, of course, comes the Acolyte. I'm looking at my 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. Acolyte and Ulsha was thrown out. From what I understand, from what I watched from the clips and what have you, Ulsha chose to leave. Now, I could be wrong. Much like Ahsoka did. I don't know if Khmer was thrown out. The whip marks on his back argue that and I don't know what her name is, might have attacked him. Or it was a misunderstanding and she was afraid of darkness, just like Luke. Afraid if Ben's going to darkness, going to kill him before it all starts again. Because I do know that the showrunner really admires Rian Johnson's the Force, not the Force Awakens, but the Last Jedi, and really looks up to that, and turning tables and being shocking. But canon-wise, and it wouldn't surprise me if he gets in a fight with the green skinned Jedi with the light whip. Now, I'm not saying the light whip's bad. I rather like the idea of the light whip. And it's been in Star Wars lore and canon and legends and forever. So I'm not even going to go there. But, he's a Sith. So he says. I mean, Ventress said she was a Sith too and really wasn't. 1 second.
You didn't try that?
Now, I will be in a moment.
Okay, no biggie. Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Oh. Anyway, do you want to leave on the AC tonight?
Yes.
Okay, I shall do that. Because I'm cold right now, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to turn off your fan, it's up to you.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
No one directly anyway, it's a video. It's you guys, the chat, who will see this once it's uploaded. But I can see Chimera. Now, in a previous video, I said that one of the twins would become Darth Plagueis and become trans male. I could also see Chimera being actually Plagueis too. So, that was, of course, son. Well, Plagueis is a moon or Mun. None of them are Muns. That doesn't stop people from rebranding it once they buy into it. And again, the show, the headrunner likes Ryan Johnson and likes flipping things around on the quarters, type of thing. So I didn't expect that type of dealio. Yeah. So I could see one of the twins surviving and becoming Plagueis and then trans male. And bet you didn't expect that. But again, Chimera is also a good option for Darth Plagueis, although I still like the Darth name I gave him. Darth Peregrinus. I still like that. Latin for stranger. But that's my takes on it, guys.